Okay, first graders, now we're going to work on the ER at the very end of the word this time. So you'll notice that I have a card that I've added to my blending board that has 2 T's on it. Sometimes we spell the T sound with 2 T's instead of 1. So in this short video, we are going to work on 2-syllable words. Words that we can divide into 2 parts, but contain that sound on the end. Okay, so when we have 2 consonants together in the middle, when we're looking to divide words into parts or syllables, we usually divide right between those 2 letters. So as we work with the ER at the end, we're going to also work on dividing our word into 2 parts, okay, 2 syllables. So I have a word up here that we are going to work on. Okay, so I have my 2 T's in the middle, so I would divide my word between my 2 T's. So if I cover up the end of this word or the second part, this is where I would break my word apart. It's easier to figure out my first part. Okay, I have l, et, let. So my first part is let. Now I can go figure out my second part. T, ter. So now let's put that together. My first part was let, ter, letter. Yeah, so sometimes when I have a bigger word, if I can look for the parts that I know and break it into 2 parts, it makes that word easier to read. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on a little bit in this video. Okay, so I'm going to change the first one. Okay, again, we have those 2 T's in the middle, so I know I can divide between them. So I'm going to cover up my second part and figure out my first part. My first part is b, et, bet. Okay, now my second part is t, First part, b, et, ter. So my word is better. Better. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to change my E to a U. And let's try it with a blend. Okay, same thing. We're going to divide right here between those 2 T's, and we're going to try to figure out just the first part. So ready? Fingers up. Ready? Read. Flut. Flut. Flutter. Flutter. Yeah, like a butterfly will flutter with its wings. Good job. Okay, let's change this up again. Okay, same thing. I noticed those 2 consonants in the middle, so I know I can break it apart right here between those 2. So I have my blend, clut, clut, clutter, clutter. Yeah, like there's stuff laying all over my room. I have a lot of clutter, clutter. Yes, very good. So you'll see that this makes it easier for me if I'm stuck on a word, if I can look for the parts that I know. And if I have 2 consonants together like that, I know I can divide my word into parts by dividing the first syllable and the second syllable. So let's try one more. Got a little glare on my letter there. Here we go. Ready? Fingers up. Ready? Read. Shut. 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 Second part. Shut. Shutter. Shutter. Like a shutter on the house that I could put over my window. A shutter. Good job. All right. So we did a lot today. We worked on our AR, R, our ER. So those 2 bossy R combinations. While you're reading this week and working on stuff, I want you to really pay attention for our bossy R combinations. Remember, bossy R must always have a vowel before it. Okay, so it needs to have a vowel before it to boss around. So in the AR, it's the A, and together they say R. And in the ER, it's and together they say Also remember that can be in the middle of a word, but it can also be at the end, like in the 2-syllable words that we worked out today together. So it can be in the middle, but it can also be at the end, and it makes the same sound no matter which position it's in the middle or in the end. All right, you have a great week, and I'll see you next time with a new adventure. Bye-bye.